Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ashley and today we're going to be doing update number 8 for my year-long project panning from A to Z. If you haven't seen any of my previous panning videos, I will link that playlist up there for you in the cards. But the basic premise of this project is to choose a product from A to Z and try to hit a goal on it. I did start with 26 items. I am fewer than that, but this will be kind of a short and sweet update, mostly because I've gotten down to the products that take a little bit more effort than some of the products that I was able to pan earlier in the year, but I do have some good progress to be sharing with you. So as always, I do tally all of my usages so that I have a good idea of how long something is taking, and it also helps to keep me accountable for the products that I am working through. So for the letter A, I chose my Hourglass. This is the Ambient Lighting Edit Unlocked palette. I did want to hit pan on one product within this actual product. Why did that sound so weird? So what I've been focusing on is the highlighting shade because I think that's what is the closest, but we're not there. We're not there. I do travel with this palette. I find it to be a great travel palette, and that's because it's got kind of everything in there for you. I have used everything throughout the course of the month. I don't track which product I use. I simply tally if I've used something within this compact, and I did use this a total of 13 times, but I think the thing that I've been focusing most heavily on is that highlighter. It does definitely have a good dip going on, but I don't think I'm anywhere near that great pan in there, so we're gonna keep on trucking with this. But I do absolutely adore this product, and I'm so happy to have been getting so much use out of it. This was an expensive product. This was an $80 product, and I feel like if I hadn't put this in this project, I would have savored it. I would have only wanted to use it for special occasions, and that's just not a good way to work through my makeup. So I am so thrilled that I've gotten as much use out of this guy as I have so far, and I'm happy to continue using it. So for the letter B, I have this deluxe sample size of the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector, and I have truly fallen in love with this product. I have finally, and I don't think that you can see it, but I will be inserting, you know, product update. Why can't I say the word product? I've been saying it so weird. But anyway, I did finally hit the jar on this guy. I just don't think that you can see it, and my camera doesn't have autofocus, so I don't even know why I held it that close to the lens. But I did actually hit the bottom of the jar, and I can see through it, which is so exciting because this guy has been holding on. It really has been. I did use this 23 times over the course of the month, and I'm happy to continue using it. I really thought that this would be something that would probably be done by now, but I have a feeling it's going to take me all the way to the end of the year and still be hanging around. But that's fine. I mean, it means that I won't actually hit my goal, but I have worked this into my everyday routine, and I've gotten so much use out of it, and at the end of the day, that's what a project pan, you know, is for, to making sure that you are getting good, solid, consistent use out of your whole collection. So for the letter C, I do have my Becca bronzer in the shade Capri Coast, and you'll notice that this guy looks a lot different than it did before. So just as I said, I did go ahead and repress this guy, and I made sure not to get it all the way to the edges. I do that on purpose because the edges are the hardest place to get to. So why make it difficult on yourself again and then have to repress it again? So I usually will repress something just in the center. And you know, it's good to get to the point where you have to repress something, but then at the same time, I don't know, it kind of hurts a little bit too because you don't have that visual progress in there anymore. But I did use this 23 times over the course of the month. I'm still enjoying using it, and I do think that I am on track to hopefully finish it by the end of the year. If you will remember to my very first introduction video, I had only wanted to hit pan on this guy, but I've been having such steady progress on it. I did increase that goal to using it up, and I do think I will be able to do that, which is great. On to my lip products. What is wrong with me? I can't seem to finish a lip product for anything. So this is my Bare Minerals. This is one of their lip glosses in the shade Daredevil. I can't find the nail polish that I've been using to mark it, but it has gone down. I have gotten some good usage out of this guy. I used him 7 times over the course of the month, which isn't great, but I do have a fair bit of movement in this guy here, so I will take that as a win. For the letter G, this little guy is still with us. He will be with us forever, or she, I guess, since it's called Gwyneth. I only used this once in the course of the month, and I've come to a conclusion on this product, and I don't like it. I love the color. I think it applies very nicely. That's not my problem. This gets all over my teeth no matter what I do. Whether I, you know, kind of clean up the inside, you know, where you take your finger in, pull it out, or whatever. That sounded wrong. Whether I try to shear it out, I'll put it over lip liner, anything that I try to do to this guy, it always ends up on my teeth. So I will continue using this until I've hit my goal of completing it, but I don't enjoy wearing it, and I don't feel like this is a formula that I would be interested in purchasing for that reason. But I did use it once in July, so can't expect it to, you know, be gone yet. But God, that thing is tiny, and yet it's been hanging around. For the letter I, we knew that this would have no progress because I didn't have any intention of using it. This is my Marc Jacobs. This is the Invisible Undercover Primer. I had said before that I don't typically use the hydrating primers as much in the summertime just because it's so hot outside and I don't need it as much. I use a lot of moisturizing products during my skincare routine. Now in the fall and in the winter when it's much drier, my normal to dry skin definitely needs the additional moisture, but in the summertime not so much. I did use it once, but that wasn't enough to move the line, and I don't think we're going to be seeing any progress in it until we get into September, October, etc. Now for the letter J, we have my Marc Jacobs Little Baby Enamored lipstick in the shade J'adore. I don't think I need to tell you my feelings on this. I used it 5 times over the course of the month. I know I said last month that I wanted to use all my lip products a total of 5 times. I did not hit that goal, mostly because I was trying so hard to get through my Hourglass lipstick that was in my Harry Potter project pan. If you want to see whether or not I hit that goal, go ahead and check out that video. But I still tried to integrate the other colors as much as I could, but I didn't hit my goal of 5 uses per item. That project has concluded, so I can go back to focusing on these lip products. So the same is true for Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, which is for the letter K. This is also one of those deluxe sample sizes of the Marc Jacobs La Marque lipstick. Still looking exactly the way that it has looked for months and months and months, regardless of usage. This I did use twice over the course of the month, so not enough to really be noteworthy. But yeah. So for the letter L, I do have some good progress on this guy. This is my Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. I used this guy 14 times. Look at that. We have a big jump in that line, and I'm happy to be moving more quickly through that product. I've just really made sure to make a point of using it more often than I had in months prior. My next for the letter N is my Bobbi Brown deluxe sample size of the Luxe lip color in the shade Neutral Rose. I used this guy 9 times. Not that it looks like it, but it did. So yeah, we're gonna keep on going strong with this guy. All right, for the letter O, I have used this guy a ton and I can physically feel that it's lighter. Opaque packaging, so you're not going to see any lines, and there's a massive air bubble in here that I have never tried to get out, so that's why you don't see like the little like bendy marks and stuff like that. But it is starting to sputter, so I have to really kind of do this number when I'm using it and make sure to store it upright and everything. So this guy, I have high hopes that we'll be done with this guy in September. No, by September finishing it in August. Is there something wrong with me? I think there is. So I used that guy a total of 19 times over the course of the month. My deluxe sample size of the Too Faced Melted Matte Lipstick in the shade Queen Bee, I didn't actually use at all. It is what it is. You've heard my explanation on the previous lip products, so I don't need to say it again. Rosebud though. Rosebud I used 10 times, so that is my lip liner, and I've really been enjoying using this guy. I will say though, even though I've made good progress on him, if I'm going to finish this guy by the end of the year, I do need to step it up. I do need to step it up. Alright, so I think where you're going to see the most amount of progress is with my Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. This is the one that I've been focusing on. Oh, look at that. All we have left, I hope you can tell because I know that on camera it's hard to see the shade variation, but all we have is what's left here in that corner. So this is another one that I'm really hoping to have done by my next update. I feel like I probably could do that. I don't want to overuse it, and it only takes a real small amount with this. So if it's not done by the next update, it is going to be darn close. So I did use that a total of 20 times over the course of the month. And you're probably thinking to yourself, Ashley, you used this primer 20 times. You used the other primer only once. What happened there? And it's because when I travel, I'll usually take a deluxe sample size of a different primer just for travel's sake. So that's why you see that kind of number difference, just throwing it out there. Alright, so the product that I can't figure out what I did with is my nail polish, Therapeuter by Sally Hansen. I love that nail polish and I did not use it at all. You guys know that I have had such an issue doing my nails this year. I just don't have the time or the energy, and so it's really fallen by the wayside. I take it traveling with me in hopes that I will do my nails while I'm on the road, and that doesn't typically happen, so I think it's probably packed somewhere. Hopefully I did not leave that at a hotel because that would be very disappointing. But yeah, no progress, so it's totally okay that I don't have the physical bottle to show you. For the letter U, Unstoppable. Looking the same, looking the same. I used this 21 times over the course of the month. Looking the same. This will be with me until the day I die, I'm sure of it. For the letter W, I have this mini Bite Beauty Liquefied Mousse Bouche lipstick in the shade Whip. I do really enjoy this formula. I do really enjoy this color. I only used it twice. It is what it is. The same is true for my Bare Minerals Soft Matte in the shade XYZ Liquid Lip. Really do enjoy this. Only used it twice. And then finally my highlighter. This is the Persona Cosmetics Cali Glow highlighter in the shade Zuma. I used this 12 times over the course of the month, mostly because I was focusing on the one in the ambient lighting palette. So we do still have that dip going on, hopefully you can see, but it hasn't been expanded by too much, and I'm sure that I still have, well no, I don't know if I still have a hot way to go, because I feel like, and this could be my imagination, but I feel like I can kind of see a little bit of what might be the circle in the pan. You know how pans are usually kind of, they've got the multi-circle sort of thing? I feel like you might be able to see where that's starting to kind of not peek through, but where you have just the different depths of product, I think is what I'm trying to say. So, could be wishful thinking or it could be the truth. Who knows? We'll find out together though. Alright, and finally, the last thing that I have to show you is my unofficial Pan Matte palette, which is my Lorac Mega Pro 4. Talking, I swear. So this guy is going to look basically the same as he did last month. This is pretty standard stuff for me. I have been using it a lot more though, which is nice. So I have been using a lot of these two shades right here, Mahogany and Blackberry. I've been using them a lot in conjunction with my Pan Those Discontinued eyeshadows and really enjoying using them. And I have been using Unicorn and Foam here at the bottom as inner corner highlights often. So it's moving just as you know, not as quickly as many other people's pan that palette sort of project. So I enjoy using it. It's just not going very quickly. Alright, so that is my update for all of the products that I still have hanging around in my year-long project pan. Just to kind of recap some of the goals that I have, I would really like if I could hit pan on either one of these two shades right here. I think that would be really, really awesome. I think the one that I'm closest to on is Mahogany, which is this chocolatey brown shade right here. That would be really, really nice. So I think that my goal there, yep, is to hit pan on one of those two shades. I think that, you know, is plausible. I would also really like to, again, use each of my lip products 5 times, with the exception of my lip liner. I want to use that 15 times. I want to use that at least half of the month, and I think that that's doable. I just need to make sure to keep it in my mind. I do think that I will be done with this guy right here, and quite possibly on this guy right here, and maybe even my Tatcha. That would be really, really exciting to have 3 products down. Don't hold me to it, but I think that would be really cool. And of course, I would love to expand the jar so that you can see it on this Becca Under Eye corrector. So yeah, thank you so much for spending some time with me today. If you enjoyed this video or project panning in general, I hope that you'll give it a thumbs up. And if you're new, welcome. I hope that you will consider subscribing before you leave. I hope that you're having an amazing day, and I will see you next time. Bye.